So let's jump into the next one, Adam. What are some of the benefits of using data and analytics?
Yeah, so I mean, as I was saying before, those who weren't quite who hadn't joined yet, our theory of organisations who might be in a state of data literacy or interested in improving their data literacy, we articulate this this transitionary framework from a retrospective perspective, where really what that is about is pulling together data to just understand and make sure that we have a good picture of what happened in the past. So that might be, where you're looking at a particular data stream. If you're looking at a CRM or some other kind of administrative data capture and data storage facility, making sure that you've got those data sources coming in so that you can paint that really rich picture about events as they're occurring in the past. On the basis of that data, then we might build dashboards and things that will articulate for businesses and organizations, how these various data streams evolve over time together. That's why we bring these data sources together. We start to be able to draw inferences and look at trends. So, this indicator is moving up, this indicator is moving down, and typically perhaps these two indicators co-occur or move up together and move down together. And where you can start to see patterns like that evolving, it naturally suggests perhaps some kind of a causation or perhaps something else that's causing both of those things to occur. It's a clue essentially to the underlying mechanism that you can really use to start to understand what's likely to happen into the future. And that's where we move into predictive analytics phase, where you start to say, on the basis of what we understand about the way that process is occurring in the world, we can conceptualize a model. We can imagine that these factors together are contributing in some way to the outcome that we're really interested in predicting, that mysterious element that we mentioned earlier, that we might be otherwise in a state of difficulty to sort of anticipate that it's going to happen. So then putting together a model that's a predictive model that's going to let us see into the future what's likely to happen. And then finally, the holy grail of predictive analytics is to move then into a prescriptive phase. So once an organization has their data in their data house in order with the what happened, the retrospective, they're starting to get a picture of how these data sets relate to one another and the relationships that are in there. They can understand what's likely to happen, and what their model is able to give them predictions that they can take action on the basis of, right? So, where that might have been previously, we mentioned the attendance app that was going to help primary care connect know when someone's not likely to attend. The next thing for them to be able to do is to capture what they did as a result of that circumstance. So, that this particular person was unlikely to attend, of our menu of supports that we could offer them, this was one that they took up. What was the outcome? And then on the basis of that even richer data set, then we can say not just what's likely to happen, but given that circumstance and what we can see happening, what should be done, what should you do in order to get the best possible outcome for that person, or the desired outcome for that person. And so that's really kind of the benefit in terms of the whole trajectory from retrospective to predictive and then prescriptive. There's really kind of the benefit that an organization can start to leverage the more familiar and capable they become with data.